It's your boy Keith, back again with another show with a dating shame. Why is it so hard? Yeah, we got another good show tonight. Another topic, another good thing. Like we do always. And today's show will be the challenges of dating. Sounds like an interesting thing. That's right. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And as we get off into the challenges of dating, um, of course, I got my co-host, Miss Nicole. She's back. She's been out on hiatus for a little while, but she's back. How you doing, Miss Nicole?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing fine, doing fine.
That's right. I'm back.
That's right. How life been treating you?
Great.
That's
I can't
good.
complain.
There you go. If you did complain, then what can you do about it? You
Make
know,
it better.
that's right, that's right, that's right. But yeah, we got a good topic tonight. The challenges of dating. Yeah, but like every time, like always, before we get off into the show, we got to put the disclaimer in there. Is that right, Miss Nicole?
That's right.
That's right. So the opinions and the thoughts, the subjects, or whatever of the dating shame is strictly of the host and the co-host, Miss Nicole. That's me and Miss Nicole. So now if we step on any toes or offend anyone, it's purely incidental. So now, with that being said, and of course, if we do offend someone with what we're talking about, then you must be guilty. So with that being said, we're gonna start tonight's show. But before I start, we got Facebook. We live on Facebook, and I got YouTube back going. We've been having a little technical difficulties with it for the last few weeks, but we back going. So got that going. Of course, I want to thank everyone, all the listeners, all the subscribers, all the ones who's giving me that thumbs up. I appreciate it. Keep it going. Tell your friends about the show. We want to make this thing grow. We're in episode 65. So yeah, it's growing. It's growing. It's growing. We want to keep it going, keep the comments coming in. Of course, it's a call-in show. Those on Facebook, on YouTube, you don't see the number up on the screen, but the number is 870-397-1219. That's 870-397-1219. You want to join Nicole and myself, want to join in on tonight's topic, please feel free to call. It's 870-397-1219. So now, with that being said, let's get into the show. Miss Nicole.
Yes, sir.
The challenges of dating. Tell me, what does that present? What does that mean? But before you answer, let me ask you this. You think in today's world that there's more challenges today than there was years ago?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. So, can you give me an example of some challenges that you might know of, you might have experienced, or your friends told you about, or whatever?
Uh, well, today's dating, we got the digital thing going on, social media, dating apps. So the digital miscommunication.
Mm-hmm. So that would present a challenge. I would think it'd make it easier.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Because you don't know who you're meeting. It can be scammers. You get catfish. You hear that all the time.
Okay.
People do catfish. You probably have a person who's insecure that you may want to meet that person, and they may start making up reasons, excuses not to meet you. So that makes dating hard. People using other people's profiles, fake profiles. You don't know what you're getting.
So that would be like the dating apps and things like that. That would bring that challenge.
Yeah, I mean, not only on dating apps. I mean, I get TikTok
Mm-hmm.
messages in my inbox that people using celebrity profiles.
All right. Okay.
So you get somebody who's vulnerable, or they just are not thinking,
Mm-hmm.
then you fall into that.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, they would get a celebrity and use
Uh-uh.
their. I mean, how do they do that?
They can take pictures off celebrity pages or whatever social media
Mm-hmm.
celebrities are on, and they will actually make a profile with that celebrity's name
Okay.
and then start inboxing you. Hey, I get a lot of hey, beautiful, and I know it's not. I mean, Anthony Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Hamilton is way too busy to be trying to message me, calling me hey, beautiful.
Say Anthony Hamilton.
I had a bunch of them.
What? So
There's been a
now,
bunch of them.
you mean to tell me somebody then hijack Anthony Hamilton profile or whatever and using it to try to get a date or get to know someone? They hijacked his profile to use that to get to know somebody.
I don't know if it's to get to know someone, but let me bring it back. I
Okay.
don't think they're actually hijacking their profile. I
Mm.
think they're just making their own profile with his
Mm.
name on it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the celebrity's name, any celebrity.
Right.
And to me, I don't think it's to get to know me. I
Mm.
think it's probably a scam. I
Mm.
take it as scamming,
Mm.
but it do happen.
Man, I never knew that. You know, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess I'm not a social media person like that. That I would think they would go to the extremes of using celebrities to boost their own self
Mm-hmm.
to try to date someone or get to know somebody.
Yeah, I don't think it's to, like I said, I think it's a scam,
uh,
some type of scam.
yeah.
I don't know how far they go because I never went there. I mostly ignore it.
Okay.
So I don't know what
Okay.
they're trying to do.
Yeah.
But I just think that it's a scam. There's so much scamming going on that,
Mm.
I've even had people say, hey, would you like me to cash out you a certain amount of money? I'm like, I don't even know you. Why would I take a cash out for somebody I don't know?
Right. I mean,
And
I've seen
somebody,
that before myself. You know,
yeah,
uh, uh, if somebody want to cash up you $1,000 or something like that. You know,
yeah. So somebody who's like hard up for money or, just going to do anything for money, they might just accept that.
they might go for it, huh?
Yeah.
So now, what you're saying is, if they hijack, you say you don't call it a hijack. I call it hijacking. You using somebody else's name or whatever. It's not yours. That's
Yeah.
hijacking to me. So now you mean to tell me if they hijack a celebrity and if they use it enough, somebody gonna fall for it. Just like
Yeah.
somebody gonna fall for the Cash App thing, Cash App scam.
Yeah. Either people have, well, I'm sure people have been falling for it, but I think a lot of people are knowing now that it's not really that person.
Mm-hmm.
But I think some people have fell for it, or
Right.
they probably still will fall for it.
Okay. 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 I mean, that's something there. I didn't know dating has came to that. I mean, it's to the point. Is this what we doing now? To get a
Right.
date? This is how dating has evolved. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whatever happened to the um I got a cousin, I got a friend I want to hook you up with. I got a cousin I want to hook you up with, or something like that. Whatever happened to
Right.
that?
People don't do that anymore.
That's gone.
Yeah. It may be a few,
Uh,
but yeah, I think people are more worried about their own selves
mm-hmm.
and try to, hey, I mean, you might if someone have a good social circle or whatever, and
Mm,
there's somebody single, and hey, I know this person, but I don't see that too much anymore.
mm. Wow. Mm-mm. Uh, I got Nicole with me. She's my co-host. She's on the phone. She's not here with me. She'll be on camera, but she's not here with me. She's on the phone as usual. So if anybody, wondering why, let me see her put on camera and all that. She's on the phone. She's via the phone. She's tucked away deep somewhere in the United States. So, but um, dating has come, I'm gonna say in the last 25 years. Let's go back to 25. It would be 2000, the year 2000.
Hmm.
It had come this far to where people actually hijacking celebrities, or I can understand them catfishing.
Hmm.
Catfishing is when they putting on, they saying they're somebody else, but when they actually meet, they're faking profiles or with their pictures.
Right.
That's catfishing.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, dating's come a long way. So now so tell me something else that would be a challenge in dating today.
um, Fear of rejection.
Fear of rejection. That's a
Yeah.
challenge. I mean, that to me, that's been going on forever.
Yeah, it may not be new, but it is a challenge. Actually, I think it's more of a challenge now.
Why you say that?
Well, the options, they're
Uh,
especially men. Men have a bunch of options.
right.
So, you may be kind of leery of getting into a relationship, especially if someone's insecure.
Mm-hmm,
You know, they can self sabotage. But
mm-hmm, okay.
I think that's happening a lot
Mm-hmm,
because I hear a lot of men say that women act a certain way or they have attitudes, whatever. I think some women are self sabotaging because some men have so many options. And
mm-hmm.
it can be vice versa too.
Now, when you say self sabotaging, I mean, give me an example. Give me an example. What does that mean?
Um, they're probably, well, this happens a lot. I'm not gonna call them because they're not calling me. You don't know what a person they may be busy,
Mm-hmm,
or you may be waiting for each other to call,
mm-hmm.
and you probably okay. Well, I want to talk to you. Well, how come you didn't call? Well, because I hadn't heard from you.
Right,
So
right.
I think that happens a lot.
Mm.
The communication part that's self sabotaging by everybody's doing tit for tat. Well, if he ain't gonna call, I'm not gonna call him.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So to me, that is a insecure thing.
Yeah.
You see, that's a person to me that has a little problem with insecurities.
Well, fear of rejection. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
what that is.
yeah. I mean, the only thing you have to do is pick up the phone and call. If you're feeling like that, that's how I look at it. Just pick the phone up and call.
you
Instead of waiting around saying, "Well, you gonna call me? I ain't gonna call him."
you would think that'd be easy, but everybody now is like, well, I want them to show me that they really want to talk to me.
So so it's a prove it to me dating world now, pretty much.
Yeah, I think that's where it's where it's at. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I look at that like this. If you like a person and you want that person, you show them. I
Right.
mean, the same way
Exactly.
you walk in the store. You walk in the store. What you want out that store, you go get it. You go
And
get it.
that's where the fear of rejection come in.
Okay. So now you have to understand the same way in the store. If you go in the store and you going for something and it's not there, how you feel about it? You might feel a certain way. Damn, I can't wait up here for this, and they ain't got it.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the same way when it comes to a person. If that person reject you, damn, okay, you go to the next one. Just keep moving. That's how I feel.
Well, in a way, I mean, if they don't have what you want in one store, you can always go to another store and get that same
And
thing.
you go to the next person,
You go
and
to the
that
next
and it
person, but
might
it may
work.
not be that person.
Well, I
That
mean,
a person like that, the person you were trying to date.
I understand, but see, that's when people, to me, I mean, when you look at people, you look at certain situations or whatever. If you are taught, I say this is just my opinion, at a young age that and your parents teach you and you want to teach your children, you can't have everything you want.
That's true.
You see, so now when you take that advice, when you take that through life, and you keep that in mind when it comes to a person, when you are a young adult all the way into adulthood, that if you want that person and that person don't want you, you just have to keep in mind, I can't have everything. That doesn't mean that you're gonna get turned down by everybody either.
And that's true. But unfortunately, not everybody thinks like that. And
True,
some people,
true, true.
your parents spoil them so they do get everything they want.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
I mean, you just got different types of people out there.
true,
So
true.
yeah, some people think, well, no, I can't have everything I want,
Mm-hmm.
and they cool with that. They cool with that rejection, and they move on.
Right.
Some people don't like to get rejected. Well, no
Mm-hmm.
one likes to get rejected, but they probably won't handle it as well as that person that's like, okay, I can't have everything I want, or this may not be the one for me, or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
move on.
Right.
Some people do not move on that easily.
Right. 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 And I guess that if a person is not used to being rejected, that would be a blow. They could take it hard because they are not used to being rejected.
Right.
But to me, that's just a part of life. You're gonna take your blows. You're gonna give blows. That's just gonna happen. You know, so you just have to take it as it comes. You
Right.
know, um, um, for a person to think, you're in the getting to know each other stage, okay, and they don't call you, let's say in 2 days, you starting to feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's wrong with picking the phone up and just calling that person? Hey, what's going on? I hadn't heard from you in a couple of days. I want to see if everything is okay with you. What's wrong with
Yeah.
doing that?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong with doing that. Nothing at all.
At least that's giving you a peace of mind about that person.
Right. And that shows that you're making an effort.
Right. And if that person don't answer the phone, then now okay, I might try once or twice more. If they don't answer the phone, then hey, time to keep it moving. You know.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But that's what you call self-sabotage, though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Definitely.
That's, boy, I tell you, yeah, it's a new thing. It's a new thing. It's a new thing. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah. It
Before
definitely is.
before social media, before the cell phones, before all that, just think how we did things. You know what I'm saying? You had to go to a corner store. You had to go to a corner to get on the phone to call somebody. You know.
Or you're meeting them. You're meeting them in person. There was more in person in-person communication than social media or text,
right,
messaging.
right. You'll call them, hey, what you doing? Or you call them on the house phone, or like I said, at the corner. Go to the phone, put a cord in the phone. You give them a call. Hey, what you doing? Nothing. I'm finna come over. Okay. It was simple. It was like that. You know. But see, now it's and another thing I want to add on that self-sabotage thing. These days, it's so convenient. Dating is so convenient than what it was. Now, everybody, if you can't FaceTime after you meet a person, let's say on a dating site, after you meet them, after you didn't text each other, let's say for a day or two, now it's time to FaceTime.
Right.
So now they're saying if you can't FaceTime after a day or two, then we can't do this. It's like that now.
Yeah, because people are afraid they're getting catfished.
Right. And I can understand that. It's legitimate. That's a legit, thing that they would rather see you, see who you are, see this is this the person that you say you are, you know, instead of meeting you in person, let's FaceTime each other because I don't want to I don't want to waste my time meeting somebody who's lying to me,
right,
about how they look and all the other stuff,
Exactly, because a lot of people are not looking like their profile. Sad to say, but they're not.
Yeah. So self-sabotage. That's enough. So give me another one, Nicole. This is interesting to me.
Okay, so mixed signals.
Mixed signals. How mixed signals come in here? What that do?
Well, a person will tell you they want a relationship or they want to be in a relationship and they act distant. Or you start getting, I call them vitamin texts.
Vitamin texts. Wow.
Yeah, that once a day text that you get a good morning or how's your day going, and that's all you hear.
That one a day text and that one a day vitamin, huh?
Yeah, that vitamin text.
Yeah, that's something right there. I like that. That's that vitamin text. Okay, then. So now, after they text you the good morning, you don't hear nothing else.
Yeah, you don't hear nothing else, or they're probably at distance. So pretty much their actions are not matching their words.
Okay. So how if the actions is not matching their words, so how did they get to the point of getting your number?
Well, they're gonna do what they gotta do to get your number and talk to you. Okay. But that's the thing. They're sending mixed signals. So you think someone's interested in you? Okay, they ask for your number. I'm looking for a relationship, and I'm looking for this. I'm looking for my wife. I'm looking for my husband. Yeah. Okay, all right. Well, we may start talking or whatever, and then it start falling off, and you start getting them vitamin texts. Maybe good morning. That's it. Or maybe in the middle of the day, hey, how's your day going? And that's it.
You know what that sounds like to me?
What does that sound like?
I don't know if you remember. Now I did a show about, do people really know what they want?
Yeah.
Especially on these dating apps. They put their profile up there and they say, I'm looking for this. I'm dating with a purpose. I'm dating intentionally. I'm all this. But then you talk to them, and like you say, here come the distance. You see. Yeah. So now, do you really know what you want, or are you just talking?
I think they're just talking. Or it also could be, to be fair, you may get to know a person and you may hear something they say that turns you off, or their personality will turn you off, and you probably pull back then.
Right.
But however, the mixed signals come in where you keep telling this person that they may ask you, because that can cause confusion. You see the mixed signals say, hey, do you want to be in a relationship, or or do you want to get to know me better? And they say, yeah. Like, if you don't want that relationship or want to get to know that person better, don't lead them on.
Right. Right.
Because it's going to become annoying for you and for that person.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. So, I mean, whew, it's jungle out there.
And so,
man. So you see why I got that dating shame?
Exactly. Yes.
It's a goddamn shame.
It is a dating shame. It's hard.
So now we got self-sabotage. What the first one was?
The first one was digital miscommunication.
And now we got, what's this one?
Mixed signals.
So now let's talk about that a little bit more. The mixed signals. Going back to what I said about, do people really know what they want?
We got fear of rejection too.
The fear of rejection. Yeah. I think these days, people are pretty much content. I started to use the word satisfied, but I'm going to use the word content. Content with being by themselves or being alone. A lot of people are. A lot of people are not built that way. That's why you see a lot of people settling. Just to say, I got a man, just to say I got a girl or whatever, they're settled. They just settle for that. And they let whatever goes on in that relationship. And I know a few people that like that. But now I can't say what's going on the inside, but on the outside they look happy to me. Yeah. On the outside they look happy because they got their person. They got a person. I ain't say the person. They got a person, and they're content with that.
Okay.
You ever heard the old saying that you can learn or grow to love somebody?
I have.
Okay. So now, you think that's a thing of the past, or you think people can still do that? In your opinion?
I think you can, depending on the person.
Okay.
They probably have to have more good characteristics than bad.
All right.
And I think you can, but I think some people, it's just not there. And if it's not there, it's just not there. Now, are you really going to be happy?
Right. So now, you remember one time before we talked about this happy thing.
Yeah.
And like I say, in my opinion, another person can't make you happy. Only you can make yourself happy.
That's true, but I feel like they can add to your happiness.
They can add to you. Okay, I can agree with that to a degree. If you are happy with yourself, if you are a person that goes through life, like I said, it's just my opinion. If you're a person that goes through life, you are content with yourself. You're happy with yourself. You're happy with your job, with your life, how things are going, or whatever. If a person comes to your life, good. If a person don't come into your life, good. You still
Mm-hmm.
gonna function. You still gonna wake up in the morning. You still gonna do what you gotta do. Birds still gonna fly. Dogs still gonna bark. Grass still gonna be green. It's just every day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you're happy with yourself. But like you said, and I agree with you, a person can come along and add to that happiness,
Mm-hmm.
and that's okay. That's fine. And if they do that, that's great. But first, you have to be happy with yourself.
Right, and I agree with that. I think you should be happy with yourself going into a relationship or dating anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot. That's another one
Uh-huh.
challenge that a lot of people are not happy with themselves,
Right.
and that's just trying to date.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can be a happy person, got everything you want, you be content. But
Mm-hmm.
if you want companionship, um, and you do meet someone, they actually can take away from your happiness. What if they're an alcoholic or
Right. Exactly. Abusive.
on drugs or whatever? That's something negative in your life you got to deal with, and I
Right.
don't think you're gonna be happy having to deal with that.
Right. Exactly. That's why I say you can't look for someone else to make you happy. And when you
Right.
do that, you're setting yourself up for a disappointment because we all have flaws. And that person's flaws may not be what you want because you're not going to see certain things until later on, the true colors start coming out in a person. I mean, anybody can put on a front to
Mm-hmm.
get you. Once they get you, then here come the true colors. So now you
Yeah.
done got so far into the relationship that you try to deal with this as much as you can until you can't
Right.
deal with it no more.
And that's all part of getting to know someone,
Mm-hmm.
getting to know their personality. I mean, like you can be just this tidy person. You want everything in place, just a neat freak. So
Mm-hmm.
what if you start dating someone who's not? Are
Mm.
you willing to deal with that? Some people will. Some people will deal with that, and
Yeah,
some people don't want to deal with that.
right. I mean, when you say a neat freak, now you see now you know that could be an OCD problem.
Yes,
You see
and
that could
the
be a
other person
person,
has to deal with that.
right? And it can get to a point where it become annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Because that person want everything. You call that a meticulous person. That person start doing things that everything has to be their way. You can put a book right there, and that book could be turned the wrong way. They're gonna turn it the right way. In their estimation.
Right.
That's a
They may
meticulous
get
person.
upset with you or impatient with you because the book is not turned a certain way.
Right.
And it can be vice versa.
Right. 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 See, that's what you call a meticulous person. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's just an OCD thing. You see,
Yes. Yes.
and that can be very annoying.
It
You
can
see,
be, but if you want to be with this person, you're gonna try to make it work. Just like you say, if you can grow to love someone,
right,
I mean, and some people do that.
right,
I hear it a lot in marriages.
mm-hmm.
What if the wife isn't a good cook, but the husband is?
Right,
So the husband do the cooking.
mm-hmm.
A lot of men want the woman to do the cooking, but some men do take up the cooking.
Right, right. I mean, in a traditional relationship, that's what it is. The woman
Mm-hmm.
cooks, the man works. That's the traditional thing. You know, but then you got the best cooks in the world are men. Would you agree? Would you agree with that?
No,
Huh?
I don't.
You
I don't
don't?
agree with that.
Okay. Well, we ain't gonna get into that. So
Not at all.
we ain't gonna get into that.
Okay, let's not get into that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. We ain't gonna get it, but that's okay. But like I say, that's getting to grow to love someone. If you up under the same roof with them, you look at their flaws. You see the
Mhm.
flaws because now you're with this person. You might have been dating for a while. At their place for a little while. They be at your place for a little while. But like I say, a person can put on a front.
Mhm.
You see,
Right.
you don't really know a person until you start living with that person.
Exactly.
Then you start seeing these things.
I think that's another thing that, well, I'm going to get on that one. We'll touch on that one after this. But
Okay.
you, if it's like you say, if you grow to love someone, you're going to love them in their flaws.
Right. You should. You're supposed
Yeah,
to.
you should. You
Yeah.
definitely should.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, if you can deal with it. I mean, some people just overboard. You know, it's just some people just ridiculous. It is. Some people are just ridiculous. You know.
Yeah. And hopefully you find that out before you move in with them.
Well, I
Or the
mean,
relationship go too far.
you know, it's easy to put a front on. You know, you can put a front on, and you don't really know a person until you live with that person.
Yeah. And that's why I think and either dating or if you just in a relationship with someone, it's good to talk to the person, have good communication and spend time with each other so you can. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you can tell off the bat that something's wrong, something ain't right with a person. Or, you go to their house uh, on a regular basis and and see that, when I first started coming over here, the house was clean. I guess now they get comfortable, it's not as clean.
Yeah.
So I think that's important to really get to know who you're
Okay, so
dating or who you
let me
intending on having a relationship with.
yeah, let me throw this at you real quick. What if you were dating a person? Let's say you were dating, let's say for about 3 weeks. Let's say a month. Let's say a month and a half. You're dating, and this person has been to your place. You've been to this person's place. You know, y'all spent a little time together, and so all of a sudden you start going through the change. You start going through the change. So now you wake up in the middle of the night in a raining sweat. It's 30 degrees outside. You know, you go open up the window. You know, because you so hot. You know, you have these hot flashes and all this going on with you. You know, so now you just started going through this. This person don't know you going. No, he don't know what the hell going on. You know. So now, and you were kind of timid of talking to him about it.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so now, how do you handle such a thing? This person don't know what the hell. I mean, he's 30 degrees outside. Why are you sweating like this? Why you got the window up? You know?
Well, first of all, if the couple's around, I say over 40,
Mm-hmm.
this man knows he's dating a woman.
Right.
All women are going to go through this.
I understand. I mean,
So,
speaking as a man, that ain't what he's thinking about. That's
no,
not on his
it's
mind.
probably not. But if she's doing that, he may know or have an idea this is what she's going through, and that is kind of hard to talk. That's kind of personal.
I know, but how would he know if he's never experienced it?
Well, I mean, all women go through it.
But he never experienced it.
That's
He's
why
never
he may not have experienced it, but I'm sure he's heard of it.
So how would he know what she's going through? He's never experienced this before with nobody. He in his 40s too. So all the girls he's dated or whatever, they ain't never did this before.
I've never experienced it either, but I hear about it a lot.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. See, so when things like that come up, should they be talked about? You have to I know it's a personal thing, and to some women it's embarrassing, they know they're going through a change, they feel less, than a woman and all that type of stuff, And I mean, if you with this person and you want this person to be with you and all this, I mean, your hormones are going super crazy now at this time. You know,
I'm not
if he
saying
say
that
the
he
wrong
should just.
thing, you might break out and start crying. You know.
I'm not saying that he should just know. I mean, but he would have an idea. But yes, it should be talked about,
Mm-hmm.
especially if that's someone you're thinking about having a future with.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, that definitely should be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
If he's staying at her house and all this is going on, I mean, yeah, it definitely should be taught. That's just like, okay, what if you win and die,
Mm-hmm.
and most guys go through impotent. impotent.
Okay.
So, I mean, would he be able to talk to the woman about it?
That depends.
You see more signs in a woman that's going through menopause. There's all kind of signs, all kind of signs, but you wouldn't know until you're ready to be with it. And I mean, be with this man, and he can't be with you in that way.
Right. But in a man, if a man, you know, is impotent, the first thing that might come to that woman mind is do he like me? He don't like me. Yeah, he don't like me enough. See?
Right. Mm-hmm. Of course, yeah. Because I mean, it's just like you said, the man. If that's not what's on his mind, and this is something else will be on his mind if he's with that woman.
Yeah.
But if it's like that woman, that's gonna be on her mind, and if she's not putting in action or doing something, she's gonna be like, well, dang, is he attracted to me? Yes, yeah, she's gonna be feeling some type of way.
Right.
So I know that will be hard to talk about as well.
Yeah.
I think it's harder for men to talk about that than women talk about men. Women are always talking about menopause.
Yeah. 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 Well, men, they don't, I don't think impotency is something that menopause to me is something that every woman gonna go through sooner or later, one point in their life.
Yeah.
Impotency is not something that every man gonna go through.
No, it's not, but a lot of men do go through it.
A lot of men do, but like I say, to me, and I might be wrong. I got some women out there, give a call if you can. Area code 870-397-1219, and we can talk about this. Every woman at some point in her life, she's gonna go through that.
Mm-hmm.
Every man don't go through impotency, erectile dysfunction. Every man don't experience that.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. So I think that's why it's easier for women to talk about it, but would men understand? Would they be understanding to it?
I think they would. Would a woman be understanding to a man, in your opinion, if he had ED? I mean, if he sit there and just told you, let me ask you this. Let me put it this way. You on a date. You on a date. And you and this guy been on this is about y'all fifth date y'all been on. So y'all kind of comfortable with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so this man, y'all sitting at dinner or somewhere, in the park or wherever, and he say to you, well, I have ED. I want you to know that.
Mm-hmm.
How would you take that?
So this has actually happened to me.
Okay. All right. So we got a real live experience then. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't come out just right and say it like that. He was just kind of questioning himself and kind of asking me at the same time. So I kind of knew where he was heading to.
Mm-hmm.
And my thought about it, I feel like I'm an understanding person. Okay. So my thought about it is, go to the doctor.
Okay.
And see what's going on with you. Because, it could be something that's causing that something.
Mm-hmm.
Your best bet is to go to the doctor.
Okay. Okay,
and,
so so let me ask you, did he, like you said, he didn't just come straight out and just say it that way. But when he was describing it to you, did he use the words ED?
No, he kind of he was. I think he was kind of hitting around to try to see what I was going to do.
Mm.
He pretty much said that um, it wasn't like it used to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when he was younger.
And so that's when you know, reference to, you know, maybe you should go see a doctor about it.
Yeah, like he was telling me that he couldn't get full staff.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
I might want to see a doctor, you know, like, and I feel like I didn't stop talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know, just get yourself checked. And I feel like if you're making an effort in doing that, getting yourself checked, because you know, if you're dating and you're in your 40s, or whatever, you know, this woman is going to want to be intimate.
Right.
Or even if you're thinking about dating, I feel like get that taken care of.
Right. I mean, to me, for him to even say that to you while y'all in the getting to know each other stages, for him to even say that to you, he aware that he does have a problem.
Right, exactly.
So, to me, this, like I say, this is my opinion. He should have went and got that check way before he would even try to even talk to somebody.
That's exactly my thoughts. That's what I was thinking. You know, you want to get to know somebody. Why didn't you get that checked out?
Right. I mean, it doesn't have to be ED that he's going through. You know, it probably be blood pressure problems, a number of things that can cause a man, you know, not to be as potent as he used to be. You know, instead of going to the extreme of ED. And so why you tell a man go get a pill? I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
You didn't want me to answer that?
I'm just joking. I'm just kidding.
For you.
Huh? Well, why didn't you then answer that? Why didn't you just tell him, look, why don't you just go to the doctor and then get you a prescription?
Because if it was a blood pressure problem, some of those pills aren't good for blood pressure.
Right.
And I didn't want to say that this man have a heart attack. So go to the doctor to see what's wrong.
How he died on top of me.
So, that's why I did not say that. I was not going to be the cause of that man's death.
All right. So now, let's get it back. Let's get it back to these challenges now. Now that could be a challenge. Now I know that could be a challenge right there. You know, that could be a challenge. So now let's get back to the challenge now. So what else you say could be a challenge in today's dating scene?
Here's a big one. Unrealistic expectations.
Unrealistic expectations. Give me an example.
I think we talked about this before.
We did.
Of course, you hear a lot of women want a man with 6-7 figures. Not every man is going to be that.
That's prevalent. You know, if you ain't making these 6 figures, you don't measure up. You know.
Yeah. Or they're looking for that perfect person, male or female. They're looking for that perfect person. There is no perfect person.
That's right.
So I mean, they can look perfect on that outside. They can have the best job, but I guarantee you, something's going to be off about this person.
That's true. I mean, a lot of people got this fixation in their mind about who they want, who they're going to accept in their life. You know, and that's when those expectations pop in. That's when, you know, if that person is not that person who I got in my mind, then they're not good enough. You know, they're just not good enough.
Or they probably want a person who's dressed a certain way or look a certain way. That may not be the person for you. I mean,
Yeah.
The person dressed the way you want, they probably be dressed like that to impress everybody.
Yeah. So that's a good one now. You know, when And that's a very, very prevalent thing today about, people. I mean, like I say, we all know what we want. We
Mm-hmm.
all want what we want. But that
Yeah,
doesn't mean we're gonna get what we want. You
exactly. I
see?
mean, sometimes you have to want what you want on the sliding scale.
Right.
You may want this, but okay, this will do. Not saying that you're settling.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that nobody's gonna fit your whole list.
Right. Right.
Not everybody's gonna check off everything on your list. Everything on your list is not gonna get checked off.
Right. I
It's just
mean, if
not.
you want this 6-figure nigga, and this nigga making nigga all this money and all this here, if you don't have him, it's the reason why you ain't got it.
Yeah.
Because somebody else got it. You see?
Well,
Simple as that.
hopefully somebody else has got it.
Thank you.
A few.
A few, you
That may not be what you want.
exactly. And another thing about that is, do you measure up to that type of guy?
Right.
You see? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's what you want, but are you what he want?
Mm-hmm.
You see? A lot of people don't think about that. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't even have to be that 6-figure nigga. It doesn't have to be that. It could be any man that's out there working hard, on his shit, or on his grind every day. And are you what he want?
Right.
You see?
Right.
And that's what I was talking about on one show. I'm gonna go into the religious aspect. A lot of women today, they say God is gonna send their man, God gonna send their person. They waiting on God to send their man and all that type of stuff. If you're talking about the God of the Christian Bible, whatever version you want to use, King James, Gideon, or whatever, the Christian Bible. If you're talking about that God, he did not create man for a woman. He created
Mm-hmm.
woman for man. So if you sitting there waiting on him to send you a man, that's not the way he said it. He created you for him. You have to present yourself worthy for that man, not him to you. Don't work that way. See, that's where a lot of women got this crazy fixation in their minds.
I don't think. Well, I don't take it that way.
Why
The
not?
way I see it is when a woman says that,
Mm,
at this point she probably just tired of dating,
okay.
and I feel like if she do meet someone,
Mm-hmm.
she'll use her discernment,
Okay.
and that will let her know
That
by
man that
her
that man
face,
is for her, right?
by her face,
Okay.
that this is what God wants from me.
Okay. But still,
And,
it's still gonna be up to him though, right?
yeah, no, it be up to him,
Thank you.
but this dating. I mean,
Me and you had this conversation one
if
time
this
before.
man wants this woman, then
He would show
and that's
her
the
that he
thing is
wanted
that
her.
they want a man to want them.
Okay.
They want him.
Okay.
Well, if this man is showing all that, okay,
Okay.
well, this might be a man for me.
Okay. But see, the thing is, he makes that choice. She don't. He
Even if
do.
he do make that choice, he's showing her
He's showing her.
who
She's
he
not.
wants to be with, and
If
that's what these
if
women are saying.
so how
This is
how would he know that she's for him?
how would he know
Yes.
if this is what he wants in a woman?
Okay. So what does she have to do?
What does she have to do?
She have to present herself worthy for him.
You're both
He
presenting yourself
he's the
worthy for
one.
each other.
He's the one because the highest honor a man can give to a woman is to marry her, to share his name with her. He's not getting her name. She's getting his name.
Okay, that's all fine and dandy, but
You see?
just speaking of dating, if this man wants to be with this woman, then he's going to show her.
That's
and
the pursuit. That's the
This
pursuit.
man is going to show him.
That's
and
the
if
pursuit.
this is the woman this man wants to marry, of course, and then that goes to what these women are saying. Are we waiting for God to send me that man? That's just their faith.
Okay. I'm not questioning nobody's faith. If that's what you believe, okay. That's fine.
That's what they mean when they say that.
Okay, but when did that ever happen?
When whatever happened?
God ever sent a man to a woman? Sent a woman, sent that woman, a man, a husband. When did that ever happen?
I'm saying God's gonna put this man on her doorstep.
Well, that's what they're saying. They're waiting on God to send them their person. That's what they're saying.
Not figuratively speaking.
That's what they're saying.
No, they're just saying they're relying. Come on now. They're relying on their faith.
Okay, so now, let's look at it like this. So now, a woman says this. Now, this woman got, let me say, three kids. So now they got kids from another guy. Well, I'm just saying, because it's true, it's actual. So now, why couldn't he be the guy that God sent? You got children for him.
It wasn't.
You like this man. You like this man so much that you bestowed on him a honor of giving him children. But he wasn't the man that you don't think God sent for you. But you gave birth to this man kids. That doesn't make sense.
How often does this happen?
All the time.
How many men have gone around having kids by different women, and they're still not with this woman?
Okay, so now if you believe that God is going to send this man, you're the right person for you, but you had children from another man. At the time you were dating this man that you got the children, by the time y'all were together, you believe he was the man for you. You believe that. That's what you believe at that time. until he proved something wrong.
Like people learn from their mistakes. People learn. Okay, I was with this man. I had these kids. It didn't work out. Maybe they reevaluate themselves. Like I said, when a woman says that, she's tired of dating.
I got that.
So just because a woman have a child by another man, it doesn't mean that was the man for her. Maybe she thought at that time, but maybe now she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna rely on my faith.
Rely on your faith. Okay.
With the next person. Okay. And if this seems like this is gonna work out, you know, that's their faith talking.
Okay.
They don't mean that God is just gonna miraculously put a man on their doorstep or put a man in their face.
Okay. So now.
No, it means they're gonna send God. So now they believe that God is working in them and letting them know that this is a man for me.
So God he wasn't working on you at first, but now he's gonna start working on you.
We have our free will. God gave us free will.
And, okay, so now he also gave you wisdom. He also gave you discernment. He also gave you the ability to judge. He also gave you that too. So now, so now you at a point now where you say, well, I don't trust that no more. I don't trust my own wisdom that you gave me. I don't trust that discernment that you gave me. I don't trust that ability to judge that you gave me. I'm just going to rely on you because that you gave me, it don't work too good.
Well, not when you're trying to do it by yourself. If you're a person of faith.
But isn't that being a free will person?
Maybe you go into your faith.
Isn't that being a free will person? That you make your choices. That you have the ability to make the choices for yourself, even though you may not make the right choice. You learn from your mistakes.
The religion aspect of it, with the people If you want to be religious about it, if you go on and make your own decision, and
You learn from
like they
your
say,
mistakes.
if you want to make God laugh, tell him your
No,
plan.
you learn from your mistakes, or you are doomed to keep repeating them.
So that is what they're saying. And
Okay,
isn't that what I just said?
but you
They learn
still
from their mistakes.
have to rely on your wisdom, your discernment, and your ability to judge. You still have
That's
to rely
learning
on
from
that.
your mistakes.
Yes, you still have to rely on that. You
You
still have
do.
to. Now,
You
now,
do.
now, now,
That's just
now,
like when you were younger, you
now.
were doing stuff that you wouldn't do right now because you
Okay.
know better.
Okay. So now, let's flip on the back side. Let's flip on the other side. Let's go to the B side. So now you out with your friends. Y'all out having drinks. You know, me and you had this conversation one time before we had this show about this. You out with your friends. Y'all at the bar, and a guy come up to you, start talking to you, ask you, let's come over here, come on, talk to me. Let's get away from your friends. I want to have a conversation with you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you do it? Would you leave your friends?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you start talking to the guy, you like him, y'all start dating. You using your
Mm-hmm.
wisdom, your discernment, your ability to judge. You made a decision. That's your decision. Now you relying on your faith. You got in your mind that this man is a good man. Your wisdom telling you this, your discernment telling you this, your ability to judge telling you this.
Mm-hmm.
The man turned out to be a dude.
And that's usually what happens
Okay, so now,
because their representative showed up.
okay, so now that's where some women keep falling for the same things. You see, that's the point I'm
Yeah.
making. Some people,
Okay.
men too, they keep falling for the same things.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. You
see,
know I was about to get on the men.
yes,
Yeah. And they do.
they do. They
Because if
keep
not,
falling
you're
for the
going to hear
same
all these
things.
men talking about this woman is a gold digger, or this woman's paid, or
Exactly.
this woman this and that. Well, men are falling into the same things as well.
They are. They are. That's why I said you keep falling for the same thing. That's why I say, you have to sharpen your discernment skills. You have to sharpen your wisdom skills. You have to sharpen your ability to judge people's skills. When people start learning how to do that, you won't keep falling for those traps.
Well, yeah, of course. I
Because we
mean, you should
all,
learn from your mistakes and your past relationships, just like they say. You go through things to learn. If you didn't go through challenges in life, you wouldn't know better.
that's right. That's
So
right.
when you know better, you do better.
Right.
So yes, that these women are saying they're waiting for God to send that man, but not just no. They know God is not gonna send a man
He ain't gonna drop out the
in their
sky.
face today.
He ain't gonna drop out the
They
sky.
learn. That means they're learning from their mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
and so they're weeding all that out.
Okay.
And they are making better decisions.
Yeah.
And if this man is a decent man and he wants to make her his wife or whatever, he wants to go further with her, then that's their faith. Yeah. They feel like that's their faith in God.
Yeah. Man, in my opinion, that's good. Like I say, I'm not gonna judge anybody's faith. I'm not gonna question nobody's faith. You're gonna believe what you're gonna believe, regardless of what I say. I would say this. Instead of looking for God to send you a man or send that woman or whatever, just ask God to help work on you. Ask God to work on you. To help you be more presentable for that person. To help you be that person.
That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't
know. If you're a person of faith, then you are going to pray.
Yeah.
To make yourself
that approved.
A person what I'm saying? That's going to fit the person you want or that's for you.
Right. But like I say, the challenges of dating. That's just it's what it is. That's a part of it too. Everybody got but they gonna believe everybody. Like I say, we all know what we want. We all know what we like. We know what fits us. We know this better than anybody on the face of this planet. And the pursuit of that right person. Some do. Some find that right person. And I applaud you up and down. If you got that right person that you want in your life, keep them. Do whatever you got to do to hold on to them. But until then, hey, you got to keep on good looking. They out there. They out there.
You better keep them because it's a dating shame out here.
It's a damn shame, ain't it?
a damn dating shame.
That's right. All these booby traps. Yeah. All these booby traps, schemes, scams, scallywags, everything, And they out there. Yeah. What you call them? Representative or misrepresentative. All that there,
Yes, all that.
Yeah. But we're gonna do a part 2 on this show, Nicole.
I think we need a part 2.
Yeah, it's a lot to talk about on this. So we're gonna name this one right here, The Challenges of Dating Part 1. And next week, we're gonna do part 2 on this, The Challenges of Dating Part 2. We're gonna come up with some more challenges, sabotage,
it's a bunch,
expectations and all that there, But yeah, we're gonna do that next week, Nicole. We're gonna do it like that.
Okay. Let's do it.
Oh yeah. And like always, Nicole, I'm glad you're back. You had me hanging for a little while, but I got through it.
I didn't even be hanging. You were good. You was all right.
I did. I appreciate that. But like I said, all right, that's a good thing.
The people need to hear from me.
That's right. They be asking about you. They want to see you. We're gonna make arrangements to get you on the show.
Yeah, we have to make that happen.
So everybody can put a face on that voice, because they want to see you. So yeah. But that was a good show tonight. We're gonna end it like that. But we're gonna do a part 2 next week. The Challenges of Dating Part 2. That's gonna be next week's Dating Shame. And it is a shame, as Nicole said. Yeah. I didn't say that, she did. I just named the show. Yeah.
That's the truth.
That's right. So we're gonna catch up again next week, Nicole. We're gonna do it again. That's gonna be the night show. Hope everybody have a good Labor Day weekend. We off tomorrow. Yeah. So all the family reunions, the cookouts and all that. Want everybody to be safe. We'll see you next week. Football season is here. Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles gonna start it off Thursday night. Go Philly. You know what I'm saying? That's right. So yeah.
Go Cowboys.
No, you gotta get off him with that. We don't do that here. Not on this show. We don't do that on this show. Not at all. So yeah. So we're gonna end it right there. We're gonna see everybody next week on the Dating Shame. Like I say, want everybody to be safe out there. All the cookouts, all the barbecues, family reunions, and all that. We're gonna see everybody next week. That's the Dating Shame. Why is it so hard? All right, Nicole, you have a good week.
Thanks, you too.
We'll talk to you next week.
Will do.
All right. All right, family. Like I say, that's a nice show. We're gonna see you next week. We're gonna do a part 2, The Challenges of Dating. So we'll catch it in. That's the Dating Shame. Why is it so hard? Peace.